Last game of the bloody season. Here you go. Hey people, how's it going? I'm back for the last game. I know I was gone missing for like half the season. Lampard left, couldn't deal with it, didn't know how to deal with it. And then came Tuchel, and the job he has done is magnificent. And I kept thinking, oh, I'm going to come after that win and we get a draw. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to come after that win and I'm just in euphoria from winning, the quarter-final of the Champions League, the semi-final of the Champions League, even this last 16 when we faced Atletico Madrid and we won. I was just in euphoria. But you know what? Tuchel he's a great manager. We're still fighting for top 4. And on that note, let's begin with the previews, or more like my wishes, for this weekend's matches. Arsenal versus Brighton. I favour Arsenal in this game, even though Brighton has played wonderfully. The season they have had, they could have gotten relegated. Instead, they have made it safely, and I can't believe that the teams that are at the bottom, like 17th, 16th, they have 39 points. That's quite a high margin. So, in order to not get relegated this season, you would have had to make 39 points. That is really high. And it's not a surprise that in the top half of the table, Man City is not making 100 or 99 points this season. They're making 83, maybe 86 if they win tomorrow. But for this game, Brighton hasn't got anything to fight for. Arsenal hasn't got anything to fight for. But given Arsenal is playing at home with a crowd, I just give it to Arsenal. Arsenal 1-0. Second game, Fulham versus Newcastle. A relegated team versus a team that should have been relegated. The reason I said should have been because Newcastle was not there in the middle of the season. They were just gone. They were there in the beginning of the season and they showed up at the end of the season. In the middle, they were just abysmal. They couldn't get anything right. And now that they got Callum Wilson and all the other players are coming back from injuries, they're showing up. And saying that would be the reason why tomorrow Newcastle might just get a win. Leeds versus West Brom. I hate West Brom. Big Sam, I just can't stand the guy. He's a fraud. He shouldn't be in this game. He committed a crime, right? And he can't just come back and expect that everybody has forgotten about it. And I'm glad that he's going down for the first time in his life. He's getting relegated. He's losing that. Sam doesn't get relegated. Well, Big Sam does. He's getting relegated with West Brom. I really hope West Brom gets thrashed by Leeds United, which is a beautiful team that plays insane football that I do not understand how it works still. With crowd in there, cheering them on. Leeds is going to win tomorrow. Leicester City versus Tottenham. This is a game that is like one of the meat and potatoes of this weekend because there's only 3 games that matters. Chelsea's game, Leicester's game, and Liverpool's game. Leicester has to win tomorrow, given how horrible Tottenham has been. I don't see any other result than Leicester coming away with a win. I don't think Tottenham has got what it takes to win this game. I didn't see the fight, the hunger, the passion. Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Liverpool has to win this game. They have no other way of making top 4. They could draw and Leicester could draw, in which case they would just make it through, but that would depend on Leicester drawing. And Leicester is playing against Tottenham, so in theory, a draw could be a result that Leicester might get, but you wouldn't want to count on that. So you would want to win it. I think Liverpool is going to just shove Crystal Palace aside and make it into the top 4. And I sound disappointed because I am. I was hoping that it would be, 3 out of the 4 teams that makes the top 4 would be blue. So I could just keep the room blue for as long as I want. I know it's not the right color of blue, But I still would prefer Leicester to make it to the Champions League than Liverpool. I'm a Chelsea fan, sue me. Manchester City versus Everton. City are the champions. Congratulations. Well deserved. The run they had, the run that made them the champions, was just magnificent in a season where everybody had a roller coaster of a season going up and down, up and down, up and down. I would want City to lose some of their confidence because we could really use that. So for tomorrow, my heart says City is going to win, but my mind says my wish is that City is going to lose, because I don't want City to win. I want players to have that thing in their mind like, oh no, we lost the last 2 games. Oh no, we lost against Chelsea twice in a row. We don't know how to play against Chelsea with Tuchel. And I want that to be in their mind playing, and for that reason alone, I hope they're gonna lose. Sheffield versus Burnley. Sheffield is playing at home, one of the worst teams in the Premier League era. Will they go out with a whimper? Probably. Against Burnley. I am assuming it's gonna be a draw, and that assumption comes with experience of watching them week in, week out for all this time that I haven't made any videos, because I have been watching football. I've done everything to do, to make the videos. The only thing that I didn't do is record the videos, because I wasn't taking care of myself and I wasn't ready to come in front of a camera and upload it. Saying all that, it's just going to be a boring game. Unless you're a Sheffield or Burnley fan, I wouldn't be watching this game tomorrow. I would be watching, if you're a neutral, please watch one of the games of Chelsea, Leicester, or Liverpool. All the other games are just end of the season game, and there's nothing at stake. West Ham versus Southampton. West Ham would want to win this game. They need to win this game, and given how they won their last game, I have no question in my mind that they're going to face Southampton and they're going to win. Wolves versus Manchester United. I would love for Manchester United to lose their last game of the season, because they're Manchester United. What do you expect me to say? I want them to win the last game? This is my channel, and I'm saying that I want Manchester United to lose against Wolves, and I don't think that's gonna happen. And although I want Manchester United to lose, and it's gonna be amazing if they do, it's not gonna happen. They just signed Cavani for another season, and apparently VAR doesn't give a crap if he is offside by a mile or 5 years or 5 feet. Whatever the case, he can't be offside, right? I mean, Manchester United, what are you gonna do? Last game of the season against a Wolves team that has got nothing to win for. Like, why would they care? Manx win. Aston Villa at home is facing Chelsea. Chelsea has something to win for. Aston Villa really doesn't, apart from the fact that this is the first game where they would have their fans in the stadium against Chelsea, and Aston Villa has a good team. They have a good manager. They play well. JT is there. They can defend. And Grealish is back. So we should not be looking at them as if they're a lower side that we could just swipe aside. We can't. They play good, but we play better. We are one of the best squads in all of Europe, not just in England. I mean, saying that, our league is the best league in all of Europe, which is why making top 4 and especially getting 3rd after beating Leicester City will be so sweet when we get it. Especially if Manchester United loses, they would be at 71 points, we'd get 70 points, we lose out to second by 1 point. That would be nice, right? And even if City goes to win tomorrow, the difference with the champions would be what? 16 points at most? And 13 at best? That's amazing compared to last season, because last season the difference were over 30 points. That's not going to happen again. And that is a great achievement by Thomas Tuchel. I cannot say enough good things about him, and I am going to make videos almost every day from now on. And he will be mentioned quite a lot, because I went from I don't like this guy because Frank Lampard is my real manager and you're not even my real manager, what you're doing here, to oh my god, we have got one of the best footballing minds in the world managing us. I want this guy to have like 5 years contract with Chelsea. He is that good. And because of Tuchel, and because of how we fought against Leicester after 2 abysmal games, including a cup final, I believe tomorrow is a game we are not going to mess about. We're going to show the same character we showed on Tuesday night, and we'll come out with a win. Maybe it will be by a slight margin of 1-0 or 2-1. I don't care how we win. We got to win tomorrow, and I believe we will. My team for Chelsea tomorrow is Mendy, Silva, on his right, Christensen, left, Rudiger, Chilwell, and Reece James on the wing backs. In the midfield, Jovacic. Going forward, Mount has to be in there, our player of the season. And the other two, if Kai Havertz is back, give it to Kai Havertz. And I'll put Ziyech tomorrow, because I don't think tomorrow we'll be running behind as much. So throwing in Pulisic and Werner doesn't make quite a lot of sense if we're going to play against a low block for most of the time, which is what I'm thinking tomorrow we're going to do. I don't think Villa is going to want to keep the ball against Chelsea, because we push from the front. We press really high and really hard. So more often than not, the opposition team's gonna go back and try to defend as a block. And therefore, we need players that can play in the pockets and do the things that Havertz and Ziyech can do, especially scoring from outside the box. And that is the reason why I wouldn't want to put Pulisic in there. And the other reason is Pulisic could get injured. I don't want him to get injured. We need him for the final, whether he comes off the bench and changes the game or he starts the game on the final. But that's next week. We can talk about it then. This is important for now. Let's go Chelsea. Let's get a win. And let's get the 3rd place and secure our spot in the Champions League, where we belong, and the trophy that we're going to win next week. Thank you for watching. I'll be back. I am back for good now. And I'll be back almost every single day with original content. I am not going to be the new, copy of any of your favorite YouTubers. I will try to be myself, and I'll try to do my own things. I'll try to write my own content, and hopefully that can entertain you for 5 minutes every day. Thank you for watching. Take care. See you later.